So under creativity and design and society, the number one thing is integrity. People must see that you are credible in your words, in your design, and in your application. Number two thing is language. Language is very, very important. You see, when you do anything, what you call that thing will become the command of that thing and the users. You have to note that one. He's a very spiritual person. You remember in the Bible, after the Creator created everything, he made Adam to do what? To name them. And whatsoever he called them, they did what? So when you create something, even as you as a teacher, when you want to talk to your students, how you say it will determine if they are going to respond positively to you. Whatever you call that thing, before you call it a name, you must think about it. You must think about it very well and say, what am I going to call this application? What am I going to call this title of this article or the title of this film? What am I going to call the title of this product or services that I'm providing? What you call it is as important as a matter of fact, is more important than the design. Then after language is image. The image, yeah. So under creativity and design and society, I will go again. The first thing is what? Is integrity. That means you must be credible. You must be, and please, all of you, your postgraduate students, your social media account should be carrying things that reflect your value. Right now, say if you want to travel to some country, they will tell you what's your Facebook account. You already know. The US is already doing that. Europe is already doing that. So you have to be very, very careful about this. Don't just be on social media and you just post a picture anyhow. There must be something that you are doing there that reflects what you really have or who you really are. Yes. Also, please, I want you to also understand this. After integrity, we have language as the second thing. Those are the tools you use. Integrity, you must have credibility. You must know what to say and what not to say, what to call your design, what not to call your design. Number three is what? Image. The reason why image is supposed to be number one, but the reason why it came number three is because during the thought process, you as a designer must be the credible person before you start the process of design. And then once you are credible in what you're doing, you will start to understand what to call it. Language will come in. I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. You understand? If you are standing now, the first thing is, okay, let me give you a practical example. We've just made a new type of soft drink for Coca-Cola. We've not given it a name. You know they have Coca-Cola Zero, Coca-Cola this, Coca-Cola, and you are the creative director for Coca-Cola. And this new Coca-Cola now that we've made now, some people are saying we don't like that one, it has sugar. We don't like that one, the taste is different. We don't like. So maybe Coca-Cola now decided to create another one. Now they want you to give it a name that will make people who don't like all the other ones they created to like that one. How do you go about that?
Yes, I think you have to look at what they are looking for in the ones they don't like that stands out. You have to look for maybe they don't like sugar, they don't like the taste. You have to, because sugar also influences taste. So let me say they don't like one category doesn't like sugar, one category doesn't like taste. So you have the name has to be something regarding taste, so that you can draw your attention to see, okay, why does this taste different from the other two that I don't like?
Good. He's using insight. You see, it's very specific as to the problem. But since they don't like taste, we should come up with a word to call the new one, that once they hear that word, they will know this one is addressing the problem of taste. Did you see the thought pattern? But at this stage now, you've not come up with image. You are just thinking now. So by the time you are thinking and you are discussing with others now, when you now come up with the right word, after maybe hearing from 3 or 4 people, the image will start to come to your head. Okay, I think we might go towards this image. Say for example, you are working with, there's one eatery that is popular in Nigeria, Chicken Republic, right? Yes, Chicken Republic. And Chicken Republic, people are saying, oh, they sell chicken, they don't sell food for vegetarians. And there are people who don't eat chicken. There are people who don't eat, what's it called again? Meat. So, how do you now create something, an advert for Chicken Republic, that will make vegetarians come there and buy their own food? You have to speak the language of what? Vegetarians. You can't be talking about ram. You can't use the picture of a ram for a vegetarian. When they come to, you can't use the picture of a chicken or even fish. Are you seeing what I'm saying now? So it's first, you must have the integrity to do the job, and then you must know what to say and what not to say. Once you start to think about what to call it, the image will start to come clear to you. And then from that image now, you will now be able to say, okay, for vegetarian, we need to get this name and this image. These are the images we must avoid, because this is what they don't want. But if you don't start from integrity, if you don't start from, because before the vegetarians, I know vegetarians around the world, they are very religious, and they are very peculiar. If one vegetarian posts something about your product, the whole of vegetarians in India will not come to your shop again. That's how they are. And you will lose a lot of money. So when you now have a product, you must be able to call it something that even you that is calling it, they will sense, but this person knows what he's doing. That integrity must be there. You see what we're saying now? So even in the spiritual space, like our churches, our pastors must have credibility. And I'm sure most of you know, one of the major issues we have in the Christendom is credibility. A lot of people have complained, my pastor 419 me, that's why I didn't come back to church again. But is every pastor like that? No. That's the reality. It's not every pastor that is a 419. So the character of one person drove away the good of 100 people. That is what is happening around the world. You understand? So after integrity, language, image, the last one now will now be the stage of propagation. That is where you have to be very careful. When you want to propagate, you have to look at it where if it's for vegetarian, you must go to the community. If you want to advertise for Chicken Republic, for people, vegetarians to come to their store, will you take that advert to people who eat ogufe or chicken? No, you have to go and do that advert where those people are, the location where you can find them. So it must be a direct advertisement. You don't just, because you will be wasting money. There's too many things in the airwaves. So you have, as the creative director, you must call your marketing director, say, come, please, I want you to get me the community where vegetarians live, the estates where they live. That is where I want us to plant our banners, our adverts, our radio broadcasts, not just to put it on NTA. Do you know how many people don't watch NTA? NTA is widely watched, but the thing is, there's a lot of people that don't watch it. And let me just tell you, a lot of vegetarians don't even watch popular stuff. Can you see how that works now? So that's the way it works. Now, also under, I think the last one is propagation, and then you must remember this. You will need to understand that in entertainment, we have entertainment lawyers. In creativity and design, we also have lawyers who can help you copyright your design, who can help you copy before you launch them, before you monetize them. A lot of designers, a lot of artists overlook that stage, and that's why they run into monetary problem later. Because when somebody now copy their stuff, they can't go to court. Because there's no legal document showing that what? The owner. So for example now, if Coca-Cola calls you and say, please, you are a photographer, give us a photograph of a lady that we will use to promote a particular product. Once you take that picture, before you even present it to Coca-Cola, copyright them with a lawyer. Get they call them entertainment lawyer mostly. Do you understand? Get them to help you do copyright and have the legal paper that and register your company. Your company must not be a company that doesn't have RC number and stuff like that. Because when you want to collect money, you will go through all these things again. Shall you understand me? Don't just say, I'm good at what I do, my work is good. Making money with your work is another problem. So you must learn that as well. That is part of your responsibility to your society. So when it comes to that propagation, which is the final stage, you must be able to get the lawyer to help you copyright all your work. Even